Okay, let's see. Kind of cold. These angels. Boop, 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 boop. All right. All right, friends. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. That's nice to have a little space in here more than usual, huh? Okay, let's see. Special announcements. I don't really think I have now anything coming up this month, the rest of the month. I do have spots left for my Costa Rica retreat in May, if anyone's interested. Joshua Tree, I'm going to do a retreat there in March, but it's sold out. So May is my next one with spots available. I'd love to have you. And it's probably my last international retreat for quite a while, for at least a year or two. So if you want to go on an people always are like, I want to go next time. I'm like, there's not going to be a next time. So come now. Yeah, Costa Rica. It's in the jungle. It's not on the ocean. I've been to Costa Rica 5 times and I like the jungle the best, which is weird because I really do like the beach. But I really enjoy the inland in Costa Rica. So we're staying at a place called La Carolina Lodge. We have the whole place to ourselves. There's a river that runs through the property, and there's fire heated hot tubs in the rooms. There's a farm. There's cows. We can milk cows. They'll teach us how to make tortillas. It's just a really fun experience, whether or not you want to do yoga at all. So people will come sometimes with their partners, and their partners don't even want to do one yoga class the entire time, and they still have a really fun time. So I'd love to have you. All food is included. It's 6 nights. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I have flyers out there on the desk, and they have QR codes. So if you want to grab one on your way out. Okay. Any questions, comments, concerns before we go? Okay. Let's just do the thing. So go ahead, my friends, find a comfortable seat if you're not already there. And even if you are already there, I always like to just move and wiggle a little bit. So it might feel good. Just kind of wiggle your body, stretch, and feel physically. How are you today? What does your body feel like today? How did you wake up this morning? So take a moment to feel around. And then when you are ready, find stillness. So eventually just sit nice and tall. Close your eyes, or if you really like to keep your eyes open, soften and lower your gaze. So you might even try gazing down at the tip of your nose. Soften the muscles in your face. Just let your shoulders melt down away from your ears. And start to notice everything there is to notice about this moment right here. So everything that happened on your way to the studio, everything that might happen later today, right now, that just kind of falls away. Feel yourself in this space, in this room, on your mat, in your body. Feel your breath rising and falling, expanding and contracting as it flows through you. And beyond physical, maybe you start to get a little bit deeper. Notice, how are you energetically and emotionally today? And you don't have to go into stories about why you feel this way, but just notice the raw sensation in your body. Notice what's present. You're not trying to make it go away. You're not trying to fix it or control it. You're just allowing whatever's already here to be here. And you're simply the witness. Next time you breathe in very intentionally, fill up as big as you can. Get as full as you can, and then hold in that fullness. And as you hold, see if you can even take an extra little sip of air, a little teaspoon more. Open your mouth and great big sigh. Ah. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. So inhale, fill up. Imagine you can breathe all the way down into your toes, out into your fingers, up into the crown of your head. Hold. Extra sip if it's there. And then big sigh, cleansing breath out your mouth. Ah. Very nice. One more time. Biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. You're waking your body up from the inside with this prana, this life force. Hold. And this time, maybe even 2 extra sips at the top. And out your mouth, release, let it go. Ah. Nice job, friends. Seal your lips now and begin to drop into what we call ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. You start to create a little whisper noise with your breath. So ujjayi is a Sanskrit term. It means vibrant or victorious. So ujjayi breath, it's vibrant, it's victorious, it's powerful, it's strong and dynamic. But at the same time, it's slow and steady and calming and regulating for your nervous system. You're constricting the muscles in the back of your throat that you use when you hum or when you whisper or when you gasp. So see if you can start to create a humming on the inside, your own internal vibration moving through you as you breathe in and out. Just connect with it. And if you want to stay right here a little bit longer or a lot longer, if you want to come back here at any time throughout our practice just to reconnect with you, with your breath, just to take a moment to be with yourself, please feel free. So this is always available to you. If you're ready to begin moving, take your breath with you, ujjayi breath. Come forward to hands and knees, tabletop position, and just start to move any way your body wants to move. So maybe it's cat-cows to start with. Maybe it's big circles all the way around with your hips. Maybe you're even drawing figure eights with your hips. So just start to feel into your body. Start to notice more. How do you feel? How does your spine feel? How do your hips feel? How do your shoulders, even your shoulder blades feel? Get curious about your hands and your fingers and your wrists and your forearms. So there's about 1 million ways you can explore from your hands and your knees. If you really tuned in, you really started to get curious. So if we were here the entire 90 minutes and this is all we did, could you keep yourself fascinated by your own body, by your own physical space, your own energetic space, your own emotional space? So there's so much to notice if you really let yourself go there, get curious. So out of your mind and into your felt senses, into your body. That's the yoga, that's the practice. As you are ready, downward facing dog is our eventual destination. So you can start to find your way back in your own time, even in your own way. So if you want to take a vinyasa to get back to down dog, if you want to take a hovering tabletop, just hover your knees above the ground like 1 inch or so, then slowly send your hips up and back. Good job, friends. Once you're in down dog, same thing. Explore, feel around. So you can pedal out your heels. You can shift your hips side to side. You might give your head a little shake or a little nod. So in down dog, try not to worry about getting your legs completely straight or getting your heels flat on the ground. So rather than thinking of legs straight, you might start with a great big bend in your knees. You might even come up to your tiptoes and then see if you can create lots of length from your fingertips up to your sit bones. So through your spine and your side bodies. See if you can feel an invisible rope that's attached to your belly button, and it's literally pulling up and tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So it should feel as if there's a lift that's coming from your strong core, your strong center. It should feel like there's a lift that's coming from inside of you. Every time you breathe in, you get a little more buoyant. You get a little lighter. Every time you breathe out, you exhale all the way to emptiness, and you connect back with your intrinsic strength. So at the bottom of each exhale, see if you can feel that navel to spine connection. Feel your center. Uddiyana Bandha is what we call it, your core lock. Nice poses, nice down dogs, everybody. Take one more big inhalation, push the ground away, and see if you can take your hips up and back just a little bit higher. As you exhale, look to the top of your space, and however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Once you have arrived, let's come straight into a halfway lift position. So spine parallel to the ground. And for today, even if you usually leave your fingertips on the ground, for right now, bring your fingertips to the front of your shins and bend your knees to begin with. So big bend in your knees, and imagine you're sticking your butt out a lot. Now bring your arms to cactus position with your palms facing the ground. Your gaze is down, back of your neck and sides of your neck are long. Imagine you're trying to press your arms up towards the ceiling at the same time as you're trying to press your heart down towards the ground. Feel your back muscles get stronger, and then only if you want to, if you can keep this length in your spine, see if you can now start to straighten your legs by lifting your sit bones up, 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 and pressing the very tops of your thighs back, 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 back. So feel your sit bones broaden. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, good work, let it all go, fold. Let's take that once more, halfway lift. You can do whatever you want with your arms this time, but find the strength in your back body, find the connection to your center. Exhale, fold. And then this time we'll go all the way up. So come through your halfway lift, keep rising, arms overhead. Hands to heart center, exhale. Nice job. Flow with your breath for a moment. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, hinge at your hips, dive down slowly. So your butt sticks out, your heart reaches forward, and then you fold. Nice, Annie, as you inhale, spinal extension. Get all the rounding out of your back. Feel your core. Exhale, release. Nice work. Press into your feet, connect to your center, lead with your heart rise. Inhale, your arms reach. Maybe you gaze up. Nice, reach and exhale, hands to your heart. Take that one more time. Maybe close your eyes as you move through it. Inhale, high mountain. So feel from the inside. Exhale, slow dive down. You're using your proprioception, sensing how your body moves through space. Nice, Jane, as you breathe in, lift halfway. So back of your neck, sides of your neck long. Exhale, bow and fold. And one more time, let's rise all the way up, arms overhead, breathe in. Hands to heart, breathe out. Nice job. This time, inhale, arms reach. And as you exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. For today, bend your elbows a lot and see if you can suction cup your palms together. And then imagine that your elbows are magnetized. Keep them bent and squeeze them towards each other. Now keep all of that and see if you can start to reach your hands back away from your body. Keep your palms suction cupped and keep your elbows squeezing towards each other. So ideally, you don't want to hyperextend through your elbow joints. See if maybe you can add just a little baby back bend. So hug in with your inner thighs as you gently press your hips forward. Puff up your chest, tilt your chin up, one more in-breath. Keep your clasp. Exhale, hinge at your hips all the way down into your fold. Nice, Ali. Good job, friends. Hang out here with your fingers interlaced for about 2 more rounds. So bend your knees if needed. You can bend them as much as you need so that you can relax your neck. Let your head hang. See if you can lift your knuckles higher. If you're pressing your palms together and it's too much at this point, you can let that part go. See if you can lift your sit bones higher. Use your strong core. Relax your neck, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. One last inhale. Nice, Daryl. As you exhale, hands to your low back. Then release your clasp. Let your arms dangle. You can give them a little shake out if they need it. Next time you inhale, halfway lift position. Realign your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat, plank position. So spread your fingers really, really wide and actively push the ground away. Hold this position, but just start to take little baby rocks forward and back. So it's like you're sawing through a piece of wood with your body. Don't move your hips or your shoulders. You're just transferring weight forward and back. Yes, you can come to your knees if you want. Next time you inhale, little rock forward. You're on your tippy toes. See if you can keep that. Lower halfway down. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your belly drop. Inhale, push back up. Nice, Talia. Do that one more time. Halfway down. Try not to roll your shoulders forward. Keep them plugged in. Inhale, push back up. Yes, and this time, slow motion all the way to your belly. 3, 2, 1. Nice, Molly. Bring your hands to frame your yoga mat up on your fingertips. Spider-Man Cobra. Inhale, lift your heart. Your elbow tips face straight up. As you exhale, take a little twist to your right side. Dip your left shoulder down. Good. Back through center. Lift your heart, tone your belly. So navel to spine will protect low back. Exhale, twist towards the windows. Good job. Go one more time each direction with your own breath. So inhale through center. Feel your front body, back body, side bodies. With your hands out nice and wide, you're going to get more out of this. It's like a micro shoulder pigeon. Good. Eventually, an inhale will bring you back to center. Take as much time as you want. Downward facing dog, however you'd like to transition. Ujjayi breath. So reconnect if you've lost it. Fire it up. So if Ujjayi breath is something that hasn't quite clicked for you in your practice, that's totally fine. You can breathe however you need to, just with lots of intention. But do stay curious about it. There is something there. So just from my personal experience, once Ujjayi breath clicked for me, it really changed everything I was feeling and the way I was even approaching my yoga practice. It also changed a lot of the way I was approaching my life off of my mat. So if Ujjayi breath isn't something that's clicked for you, don't give up on it. Stay curious about it. Keep playing with it. Keep showing up. Nice job, you guys. You have a few rounds in your down dog, so if there's any way you want to explore it, feel free. And just quickly, a question from me to you. If you do not want a hands-on practice today, you'd rather not be touched, physically adjusted, I do not take it personal. Just let me know by lifting one leg in the air. Okay, thank you so much. So if you do want to lift one leg in the air now and then the other leg just to feel around, go for it. Big, spacious breaths. Take one more inhale into your down dog. As you exhale, look to the top of your mat, forward fold, however you'd like to get there. Once you've arrived, come into your halfway lift. As you breathe in, lengthen. Nice, Eric. Exhale, bow and fold. Take it all the way up, rise. Arms extend, reach high. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, we'll build our flow now. Inhale, take your arms up. As you exhale, chair plane. So bend your knees, swing your arms back behind you. Rather than rounding and looking at the ground, rather than palms facing up, see if you can face your palms towards each other or even down. Roll your shoulders back and down, bend your elbows and try to squeeze them towards each other. So feel your back muscles fire more and your heart lift up more. Bend your knees, and as you sit back, you should feel it in your core. Now, you can choose to stay right here or float up to your tiptoes. So rock forward. You have more range of motion now in your legs. See if you can sit your butt a little bit lower, but keep your heart lifted. Keep your back muscles squeezed. Palms are not facing up. If your palms are facing up, your shoulders are rolling forward. We want our shoulders rolling back. So adjust and feel your shoulders hug around your spine. Last breath. Yeah, nice, Liz. Inhale, see if you can stay on your toes. High mountain, as tall as you can grow. Yes. Maybe stay on your tiptoes as you dive down. So this is an exaggeration of what you want to feel every time. Your butt reaching back, your core engaging, and then fold. Nice job, Maggie. Inhale, halfway lift, heels on the ground. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat. Move through your vinyasa this time, however you would like. So moving with your breath. Grow into your back bend of choice. Try to keep your shoulders back when you go forward. So rather than your shoulders rolling like this, don't worry about squeezing your elbows in. Let your shoulders stay plugged in. Good job, my friends. Downward facing dog, ujjayi breath. Nice, Sam. All right, from your dog pose, next time you breathe in, take your right leg to the sky, and then go ahead and explore if you want. So maybe you want to open your hip, maybe you want to draw some circles with your knee, maybe you just want to roll out your ankle a little bit. See if you can feel your strong hands on the ground, your strong fingers spreading and pressing into the earth, strong shoulders supporting you. And then feel that invisible rope attached to your center, your belly button. It's pulling up and tugging back. Take one more inhale, right leg long, strong, and powerful. As you exhale, right knee to your nose. So round your spine, hollow out your belly. Nice, Talia. And then soft as you can, step through. Low lunge. Take your time to rise up to your crescent lunge. So you're on the ball of your back foot. Rise up, settle in. You want your legs to feel strong and stable. So rather than finding your longest stance and then sinking into it, you want to find your longest stance and then hug in towards midline. So your front hip pulls back, your back hip pulls forward, your femur bones are plugging into the hip sockets. From that strong foundation, you can grow your upper body now into your expression. So feel with your fingers, lift with your heart, be intentional with your gaze in this moment, in your body. Breathe into your crescent lunge. Fill up every space with that prana, life force energy. Take one more big inhale in crescent. Nice work, my friends. As you exhale, we will take a turbo twist. So left arm goes forward, right arm goes back knee bends to a hover. Of course, if you want to modify, your back knee can come gently to the ground and rest there. Otherwise, if your back knee is lifted, imagine you're trying to pull your back thigh forward. So bend your back knee a lot. It's hovering right above the ground. Pull it forward. And at the same time, try to pull your front hip back. Squeeze your inner thighs. Twist from your center. Nice, Jane. If you want more of a balance challenge, see if you can gaze back over your right arm behind you. Take one last breath. Nice, Tracy. As you inhale, come back to crescent lunge. Reach up. If you want, you can straighten your front leg. Just for a moment, give it a little break, and then bring your hands to the earth. All right, from here, we're going to walk our hands to the left long edge of our mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Inhale to a halfway lift position. Hopefully you have enough space. We're going to pause here, so if you need to stagger yourself, feel free. Just like we did at the very beginning, bring your arms to cactus arms, palms face down. So imagine that you're trying to press your arms up and your heart down. Feel your back muscles squeeze. Now see if you can keep all of that. Reach your arms straight out like you have great big wings. So feel your big wingspan. Your palms are still facing the ground. Beautiful, friends. Squeeze through the front of your thighs, your quad muscles. See if you can feel them turn on. Feel your strong core. Feel your big, deep breath. Take one more inhale and breathe in every direction. Exhale, let it go. So either fold or explore on your own, any way you want to. So you can play, you could twist, you could hop, you could take Skandasana, anywhere you want to go. Just make sure your breath is right there with you. Stay in your body. Just notice whatever is flowing through, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's unpleasant. Nice job, you guys. Give it a couple more rounds. Awesome, Johnny. All right, wherever you are working, begin to wrap it up. And then bring your hands or fingertips to the ground. So bend your knees as much as needed. Crawl your hands to the top of your space. Rotate your toes to face forward. So you're in a low lunge. Now from your low lunge, right foot is your foundation, standing splits. Lift your left leg high. So it does not have to look anything even like the splits. All we're doing is a one-legged forward fold. So relax your neck, same way you would in a fold. And use the strength of your left leg, even your left toes, to lift you out of your right leg, to lift you up, to make you lighter. So spread your left toes. Maybe you even try lifting up to your right tip toes, the ones that are on the ground. See if you can lift your heel. Make it come more from your core, less from your leg. So start to find your center in every single pose a little bit more. Take one more big inhale, maybe lift a little higher. Awesome job. Exhale, left knee to your nose. So curl in, bend both of your knees. It's like you're in a little tiny ball balanced on your right foot. Inhale, re-extend your left leg high, reach it up. And then as you exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat. Pivot your back heel down, warrior two legs, rise up, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. So your right toes face directly forward. Your left toes face directly towards the windows. Nice dive. And rather than feeling like your butt is sticking out behind you, feel as if you're wrapping your right butt cheek underneath your body. So your hips are open, your heart is open, your shoulders are open. Your front knee tracks towards your pinky toe. Next time you breathe in, reach forward like you want to touch the front wall. See if you can feel your rib cage slide. Reach, reach, reach. When you can't reach anymore, side angle. Only your arms have to change. So right hand towards the ground, left towards the sky, or maybe your right elbow rests gently on your right thigh. Maybe your left arm reaches forward, bicep next to your ear. Lengthen your left side body. Press into the outer edges of both feet. Keep wrapping your right butt cheek underneath your body. Yes, beautiful, my friends. Your heart wants to look up. See if you can let it. Take your last couple of rounds. Nice wit. Awesome, Jamie. From the press of your feet, next time you breathe in, come up through your warrior 2 and take it all the way back to reverse. So front palm rotates up, reach up and reach back, lengthen through your right side. If your right leg needs a break, you can straighten it out for a moment, but then bend once again deeply into your front knee. Track it open towards your pinky toe. You guys look so good. Nice awareness. Keep a little tone in your belly to support your low back. Thanks, Charles. Breathe into your right rib cage, the space between your ribs. Take one more great big inhale. And as you exhale, just cartwheel your hands to the ground. Pivot to the ball of your back foot, so you're back in a low lunge. All right, from your low lunge, listen carefully. Back knee down gently. And we're going to take it back to a three-legged tabletop. So your right leg will unthread and reach straight back. Three-legged tabletop. Right leg extended behind you. Spread your fingers and push into the ground. Your left toes, see if you can curl them under, tuck them under. Next time you inhale, little baby rock forward. Humble cow. Bend your elbows, tap your chin to the ground. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Press back up. And then see if from here you can press all the way back and up to your three-legged down dog. Once you're in three-legged down dog, everybody open up your right hip, bend your knee. Feel your right outer glute. It's called your medial glute. See if you can feel it squeeze. Stay here if you'd rather. Otherwise, one more inhale here. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. A little cross. Inhale, back up. See if you can open your hip. So learn to articulate through your hip joint. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Get as high as you can. Push the ground away. Yes, inhale, back up. This time, square hips, square hips. Exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward, plank to chaturanga. You can take it as three-legged. You can take it on your knees or both feet on the ground. You do you. See you in downward facing dog. No rush. Big deep breaths. Nice job, everybody. Ujjayi, fire it up. So use your breath to hold and support you from the inside. Powerful, strong. Next time you breathe in, left leg to the sky. Feel free to explore a little bit if you want. You can open your hips, circle out your knee, roll out your ankle. Feel your strong hands pushing into the ground. I like to imagine I'm a gecko holding onto a screen door with my fingertips. Take one more big inhale. Make your left leg long, strong, powerful. Now use your exhale, left knee towards your nose. So round your back. You should be on your back tippy toes and then step forward softly. Yes, take your time to rise up. Crescent lunge. Nice, Steve. So front knee directly on top of your ankle. High on the ball of your back foot. Rather than sinking deeply into your legs are your foundation. So build a strong structure with your legs. Nice, Scott. Your upper body is your expression. So you don't have to do anything different, but feel, what are you inviting in? What are you embodying? Are you spreading your fingers? Is there energy flowing through your fingers? Or maybe you're making fists with your hands because today you're exploring your anger. Totally fine as long as it's intentional. Take one more big inhale in your crescent lunge. As you exhale, turbo twist. So right arm forward, left arm back. Back knee bends to a hover. That's the turbo part. If you want to, you can modify by setting your back knee down ever so gently. Otherwise, back knee is hovering. And imagine you're trying to drag your your back thigh forward and pull your front hip back. So your inner thighs are squeezing a lot. Broaden through your shoulders. Feel your big wings. Maybe gaze back over your left arm behind you. Take one last round. Nice, Kim. As you inhale, come back to crescent lunge. You can straighten your front leg if you want. Might feel nice. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Root into your left foot. Or actually, let's go into our wide-legged fold. We're not going to do this when we flow, but for right now, take this time in your wide-legged straddle. Inhale to a halfway lift, and maybe reach your arms out to both sides like you have those big wings again. And anywhere you want to take it, you can do the same thing you did before, something completely different. So feel and explore your body in this pose, in this moment. Every time your mind goes somewhere else, which it will, that's okay. Just notice and come back. That's the practice. Nice, Emma. Really good, you guys. You okay, Johnny? That was graceful. All right, last couple breaths. Really good, friends. All right, fingertips or hands on the ground. So bend your knees as needed and crawl your hands forward. Come back into your low lunge. Now we'll move into standing splits. So left foot is your base. Float your right leg up, just like a one-legged forward fold. So don't let the name psych you out. I don't care if your right foot is 2 inches above the ground. If that's as high as it will go, awesome. Find your own edge and then be with it. Notice if you're sinking into your outer left hip. Hug in with your left inner thigh and lift from your center, from your belly button. Maybe you even try lifting to your left tiptoes and try to feel like that's coming from your core rather than just from your leg. Yes, saw through your face, unclench your jaw. Nice, Jamie. One more big inhale. Awesome, Chris. As you exhale, right knee to your nose. So like you're in a little tiny potato bug ball balanced on your left foot. Inhale, re-extend. And as you exhale, step your right foot all the way to the back of your mat again. This time, warrior two stance. So pivot your back heel down and rise. Virabhadrasana 2. Nice, Liz. So feel your front knee track towards your pinky toe. And try, you guys, I know that back hip, it's kind of pesky little thing. It wants to kind of shoot forward, pull your hip back so it's plugged into the socket. Femur bones plug into the hip socket. So you're not trying to square your hips forward or your shoulders. Let your hips open, let your shoulders open. Take one more deep breath, just settling in. Next time you breathe in, reach forward and see if you can feel your rib cage slide. Reach, reach, reach. When you can't reach anymore, side angle, left hand towards the ground, right towards the sky. Don't let your heart collapse. So heart stays open. Your heart wants to look up. That's the intention. See if you can let it. Keep pressing into the outer edges of both feet. Keep breathing deeply. Wrap your front butt cheek underneath your body. So try to let this hip open up rather than shooting it forward. Take one last round. And then from the press of your feet, next inhalation, reverse warrior. Reach up, reach back. Notice if your back hip is shooting forward, pull it back into the socket. It's a small adjustment, makes a big, huge difference. Yes, awesome, Annie. Good job. Breathe into your left waistline. Breathe into the space in between your left ribs. Nice, Sam. One more big inhale. Beautiful work, my friends. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, low lunge. So you're back on the ball of your right foot. And then set your right knee down behind you gently. Unthread your left leg, three-legged tabletop once again. So check in, spread your fingers and push actively into the ground. Your right toes are curled under. Next, inhale, little baby rock forward. Humble cow, bend your elbows, tap your chin, let it kiss the ground. And press back up. See if you can take it all the way back, three-legged down dog. Once you are in your three-legged dog, open up your left hip, bend your knee, squeeze your outer left glute. Nice, Maggie. One more inhale, you can stay here if you'd rather. Otherwise, left knee to right elbow, exhale. Nice Tiff, nice summer. Inhale, back up. Open your hip one more time. Exhale, left to left. Aim for your armpit. You can even add a push-up. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your butt drop. Inhale, back up. This time, hips square. Exhale, straight to down dog or come forward. Your variation, plank to chaturanga. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lift your hips. Nice, Jody. See you back, downward facing dog. Or if you feel like taking a child's pose or some other resting pose, please feel free. So give yourself a moment to just reconnect, to just feel your body. We will now move through that entire sequence, breath to movement. So we will go a little bit faster, but it doesn't mean we speed through it without paying attention. We're going to move slowly with our slow, spacious breath. So if at any time you feel like I'm cueing too slow, see if you can breathe bigger and breathe slower and breathe deeper. Transition slower with more intention. If at any time you just need a little break or you want to do your own thing, please feel free. So this is your practice. You have full permission to give your body what it needs. So please honor that and listen to that. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog, todayyyy breath. All right, big inhalation into your down dog. Nice poses, you guys. Exhale, look to the top of your mat. However you'd like to get there, forward fold. Once you've arrived, find your halfway lift. Inhale. And release, exhale. Press into your feet, rise all the way up, big stretch. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, here we go. Inhale, high mountain pose. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So option to float up to your tiptoes if you want. Maybe stay on your tiptoes, high mountain, all the way up. Feel the front of your thighs, squeeze. Maybe stay on your tiptoes, big balance challenge. Stick your butt out as you dive down, feel your strong core. Yes, amazing. Heels on the ground, nice Lexi as you take your halfway lift. Breathe in. Nice, Rach. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga, strong arms, strong belly. Don't let your shoulders roll forward as you lower. Inhale, nice width. Peel your heart open. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, Hannah. Great big inhalation, right leg high. Now use your strong exhale and your strong core to step your right foot through, low lunge. Nice, Allie. Awesome, Maggie. Rise, crescent lunge, breathe in. Nice, Talia. Exhale, turbo twist. Left arm forward, right arm back, back knee bends all the way to empty. Inhale, come back to crescent. And if you want, you can extend and straighten your front leg, squeeze your front thigh. Exhale, hands to your mat. We're gonna go straight into our standing splits. Right foot roots down, left leg lifts up. Exhale, left knee to your nose. So like you're doing a little crunch, curl in. Inhale, re-extend. If you wanna try a handstand hop, go for it. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat, set up your warrior two legs, and as you inhale, rise, Virabhadrasana 2. As you exhale, side angle, reach forward and tip it over, empty all the way out. Press into your feet, reverse warrior, inhale, stay in your legs, deep bend in your front knee. Beautiful, exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge. Back knee comes down gently. Inhale, three-legged tabletop. Exhale, humble cow, little rock forward. Bend your elbows, tap your chin. Inhale all the way up and back, three-legged dog. Open your hip up. Stay and hold or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Strong core, nice die. Inhale back up. Right knee, right armpit. Yes, inhale, three-legged square hips this time. Inner thighs face each other. Exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward. Your variation, chaturanga. Nice, Steve. Inhale, peel your heart open, shoulders back and down. Try not to lock out your elbows. Exhale, down dog. Use your breath. Inhale your left leg to the sky. As soft and intentionally as you can, step your left foot through. Nice, Liz. Rise, crescent lunge. Breathe in. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, turbo twist towards the windows. Right arm forward, left arm back. Bend your back knee all the way to empty. Good. Inhale, unwind. You can extend your front leg if you want. Feel your front quad turn on. Exhale, hands to the earth. And take it straight into standing splits. Lift your right leg. Relax your neck. Just one time, right knee to your nose. So both knees bend, get small like you're doing a little crunch. Inhale, re-extend, or take a little handstand hop if you want. And exhale, set your right foot down on the back of your mat. Warrior two legs. Rise with your in-breath. Virabhadrasana 2. Very nice. Side angle, reach forward, tip it over. Nice, Christina. Stay in your legs. Reverse warrior. So that deep bend stays in your front knee as you reach and lengthen your left side. Now exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge. Back knee down gently, three-legged tabletop. Stay here if you'd rather, otherwise exhale, humble cow. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Inhale all the way back and up. Open your left hip. Stay or left knee, right elbow. Little twist across your body, use your obliques. Inhale, three-legged. Left to left, aim for your armpit. Don't let your butt drop down. Inhale, three-legged, square hips now, square hips. Exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward. Chaturanga, take it your way. Awesome, Jane. Inhale, peel your heart open. And exhale, take your hips back. So give yourself just a moment in your down dog. Maybe a big open mouth sigh would feel really nice. We've got one more round, one more time through. And this time, I'm going to add a few things. I'm going to change it up just a little bit. So just like you've been doing this entire practice, stay present, listen to my cues, take what works, and leave the rest behind. So just leave your hands right there. If you are coming with me, take a great big inhale into your dog pose. And as you exhale, look to the top of your space, however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, bow. Let's take it up, rise. Inhale, arms overhead. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, listen carefully, friends. Inhale, high mountain. As you exhale, side body stretch of your choice to your right. So find that crescent moon shape with your body. Back through center as you inhale. Other side to your left. All the way to empty. Inhale back to center. Listen. Little baby back bend. Exhale, cactus your arms. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Inhale, re-extend. See if you can feel neutral pelvis, neutral spine as you reach up. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So lift to tiptoes if you want. Stay on tiptoes if you want. High mountain, super, super tall. It's your last time to balance if you'd like to. Take it all the way down, staying on your tiptoes. So an exaggeration of what you want to feel every time you dive down. Awesome, Kim. Heels on the ground, halfway lift. Inhale. Nice, Corey. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward as you lower. Inhale, peel your heart open. Yes. Exhale, take your hips back, down dog. All right. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Slowly and softly, intentionally, right foot steps through, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms to the sky. Exhale, turbo twist, left arm forward, right arm back, back knee bends. Now pause here and listen. Bring your right forearm across your low back. Square your shoulders forward towards the front of the room. Reach your left arm up. Keep the bend in your back knee and see if you can create a back bend. Not by leaning back, but by curling open. So you want to feel it less in your low back. Tone your belly, navel to spine. And feel it coming from your mid and your upper back. Puff up your chest. One more inhale. Beautiful. As you exhale, my friends, bring your left hand to the ground. Take your right arm to the sky. Revolve, lunge. Be here for a moment. You can straighten your back leg or you can set your back knee down if you want. Work your twist from your center. Breathe down into your belly. And as you exhale, bring out. Take one last round. Nice job. Let it go. We'll come back to our flow. Standing splits. Left leg lifts. Breathe in. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Curl in. Inhale, re-extend. Handstand hop if you want it. Exhale, left foot steps to the back of your yoga mat. Warrior two legs. And then rise. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Nice work. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over. We are going to pause right here. You can stay in side angle or option to float up into your balancing half moon. Reach your right hand forward, maybe take a block with you. Back leg lifts. Your back leg is powerful, like it's stomping on an invisible wall behind you. So if your back leg feels heavy, probably because you're not engaging any of the muscles in it. So see if you can find the strength in your leg. Make it support itself. Open through your hips, open through your heart. Squeeze your outer right glute. It's your medial glute. It's really hard for us to find, to get it to fire. So see if you can wake it up. Take one more inhale. You're amazing, my friends. Exhale, left knee to your nose. So bring your fingertips to the ground and find that little ball balanced on your right foot. Good job. Inhale, re-extend. And as you exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat again. And this time, you're going to rise all the way up into a reverse warrior. So stretching your right side. Come back into a warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, set up triangle pose. So if you want, you can shorten your stance just a little tiny bit, like an inch or so. Imagine there's a rope pulling your back hip towards the back wall. And at the same time, your right hand is reaching for the front wall. So you're getting pulled in opposite directions. When you can't reach anymore, right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. Try to stay open through your heart, through your hips. Yes. If you want more, you can reach your left arm forward, bicep next to your ear. And only if you can hold the structure, the strength of the pose in your legs, you can take both arms forward like you're holding an invisible yoga block in between your palms. Take 2 more breaths in your triangle pose wherever you are at. Nice job, my friends. All right, from your triangle, next inhale, press into your feet, reverse triangle. So rise up, reach up slightly back, should feel good. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge. Bend your front knee, pivot to the ball of your back foot, set your back knee down gently. Three-legged tabletop, right leg back. Left toes are curled under. You can hold here or humble cow. Exhale, kiss the ground with your chin. Inhale, take it all the way up and back. Three-legged down dog. Open your right hip. Stay and hold or right knee, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Right knee, right armpit. Good job. Inhale, three-legged square hip. Exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward. Plank to chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, takes you back, down dog. You've got one more side, stay with me. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Step your left foot forward softly. Rise intentionally, crescent lunge, thanks John. Exhale, turbo twist, right arm forward, left arm back, back knee bends. Pause here. Bring your left forearm across low back, square your shoulders towards the front of the room, reach your right arm up, and see if you can start to create that back bend so it's not coming from low back. It's very different than just leaning back and sinking into your low back. You want to feel like there's a brace around your middle, navel to spine, puff up your heart. Breathe down your entire right side. Feel that stretch in the front of your right hip. Yes, back knee is bent. One more inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, right hand down. Left arm up, revolve lunge. So stay for just a moment. You can straighten your back leg or you can bring your back knee down. If your back knee is lifted, you want to feel like the power of this pose is coming out of your back toes, moving through your back leg and then connecting right at your center. Beautiful work. Take one last round. End of your exhale, unwind. Standing splits. Inhale, right leg lifts. Spread your right toes. Exhale, we're going to hold here. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of your mat, setting up warrior two. Inhale, rise, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, side angle. Now we'll pause. Now we'll move into half moon if you would like. So from side angle, you can stay if you'd rather, but otherwise reach your left hand forward. Maybe you've got a block underneath it. Float your back leg up. Yes, good. So plant your back foot on an invisible wall behind you. Keep your heart open, keep your hips open, squeeze through your outer left glute, that medial glute. It's a pesky little thing. We can't get it to engage. See if you can start to wake it up. You're gonna use it to open through the front of your hips even more. See if you can lift your back knee a tiny bit higher. One last big inhale, amazing. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So tiny little ball, balance on your left foot. Inhale, right leg high. And then back to your warrior two. So rise up. Virabhadrasana 2. Let's take it into a reverse. Stretch your left side. Take an inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, warrior two, and set up for triangle now. So straighten front leg, maybe shorten your stance just the teeniest bit. Imagine that invisible rope. It's pulling on your right outer hip. And at the same time, your left fingertips are reaching as far as they can go forward. Tip it over when you're ready. Keep everything open, your heart, your hips. There's not a lot of weight in your left hand. It's just there for support. If you would like, you can take your right arm forward and feel the length of your right side. And only if you can hold the structure, the strength of this posture in your legs. Take both arms forward if you want to. Hold an invisible yoga block in between your palms. So strong legs, strong core, strong breath. Nice, Daryl. Awesome, Sam. Good job. All right, from the press of your feet, next inhale, reverse triangle. Keep your legs straight. Should feel good. Just a little stretch in your left side. Now, exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge. Back knee comes down gently. Three-legged tabletop. Take your left leg back. Last time here. Right toes are curled under. Stay or humble cow. Little rock forward. Tap your chin. Strong belly. Inhale, push all the way up and back, three-legged. Open your left hip here. Now stay or left knee, right elbow. Last time, your strong obliques. Inhale, back up. Open your hip. Left to left. Good breathing, you guys. Amazing. Inhale, three-legged square hips this time. And exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward. Playing to chaturanga. Lift your heart as you inhale. And then wherever you want to end up, down dog, child's pose, hero's pose, drink of water. Just give yourself a moment to feel your body, reconnect with your breath. Maybe a big open mouth sigh is calling to you. Really good work, you guys. Give yourself a couple more, just grounding, restorative breaths. And then as you are ready, let's take it back, downward facing dog. Ujjayi, fire it up. So just a little bit longer. Can you keep it flowing? Powerful, spacious, victorious breath. Great big inhale into your down dog. Push the ground away. Exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, however you would like to get there. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, bow, fold. Take it all the way up, rise, arms overhead, breathe in. And exhale, hands to your heart. All right, we are going to balance on our right foot. So imagine all the weight coming into your right leg. Float your left knee up. Bring your hands to your hips. So feel your hips nice and level, straight across from one another. See if you can keep them pretty level, pretty still, and just start to open and close your left knee. So as you open your knee, you should feel the muscle on the outside of your left butt cheek squeezing. It's called your medial glute. I keep talking about it. See if you can feel it engage. Next time your knee opens out to the left, we're going to take a tree pose. You can use your left hand to place your foot on your inner thigh, or if it feels better for you today, inner calf, inner ankle, totally fine. Once you've got your foot placed, see if you can bring your arms either to prayer hands or you can reach them up. And then only if you want, maybe you explore a little bit of movement in your upper body. Maybe you explore taking your gaze up or even closing your eyes. Press your foot into your leg back into your foot. So you're hugging in towards midline. It's like you're zipping a zipper up through your middle. Everything hugs in, lifts up. Take about 2 more breaths, soft through your face, tone through your belly. So try not to feel like your ribs are flaring forward. Very good, my friend. See if you can stay balanced on your right foot. Release your left foot from your leg. Bring your left knee back to center. Only if you want, extend your left leg forward. Breathe in. As you exhale, slow motion, low lunge. See if you can bring fingers and toes down at the exact same time, maybe. And then once you are in your low lunge, just like we've been doing, bring your back knee down gently and take your right leg back, three-legged tabletop. This time, from your three-legged tabletop, we're going to move into a modified side plank. So pivot on your left knee. Your left foot will come out like a little kickstand to the side of your mat. Right arm reaches up. Squeeze through your outer left glute, your medial glute, and see if you can feel your hips open more. Front of your hips nice and open, pressing forward. Maybe reach your right arm towards me, towards the front wall. Yes, maybe bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. Gentle leverage. So kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Try not to kick your foot up, but kick your foot straight back, good Rach, and let your heart look up. Press your hips forward by squeezing your outer left glute, that medial glute. Get it to fire. Yes, nice, Christina. One last huge breath, your personal fullest expression. Beautiful job. Slowly let it go. Back to tabletop. All right, from your tabletop, come down to your forearms, setting up for dolphin pose. So if it helps you, you can grab opposite elbows. That's pretty much how far apart you want your elbows. And then bring your arms into a number 11 on the ground in front of you. So your forearms are parallel, your palms face down, your fingers spread wide, and press especially into your thumbs and your index fingers. Relax your neck. We're gonna go into this really slow. Relax your neck. And then before coming into dolphin, see if you can hover your knees just an inch or two above the ground. So curl your toes under, lift your knees just a little bit. As you lift your knees a little bit, imagine you're trying to create a hollow body position. Draw your belly button in and up. Relax your neck. Now, start to extend your legs and lift your hips as high as they will go. Walk your toes in closer to your elbows. The intention is one day your hips stack right on top of your shoulders. Press your heart towards the back wall. So don't let your shoulders come forward. Keep them right over your elbows. Don't let your elbows drift apart. Keep squeezing them closer together, hugging towards midline. Stay where you're at or take your right leg to the sky. So make your right leg strong and use it to lift you out of your arms. Yes, only if you want, you can take little baby hops towards forearm stand. You never have to get there. You're just playing. You're just exploring. Yes, wherever you're at, one more huge full body breath. Ah, nice, Tracy. All right, let it go. Come on down, child, embryo, heroes. Any pose that will just let you rest. Let your shoulders be soft. Slow, steady breath. All right, and in your next couple of rounds, downward facing dog. All right, from your dog pose, take your right leg to the sky and open up your right hip once again. And this time you can either hold here or option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Yeah, right arm forward. Lift your hips. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Nice tiff. So feel that stretch in your front body. Feel the stretch in your abdominal wall. One last big inhale. Awesome, Emma. Come back, everybody. Three-legged down dog. Square off your hips. So if you need to, you can set your right foot down and then re-extend. One more big inhale. As you exhale, step your right foot to the very top of your space. Bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. Walk your right foot out to the width of your yoga mat. So your right foot might even come off of your mat. And if it feels better, you can pivot your right toes out to the right. Here are your options. I'm going to give you a few. You can either keep your back knee lifted and keep your hips lifting really high and see if you can lower your heart down. Maybe come to your forearms. Let your heart melt. You could also stay up on your hands, lower your back knee, and let your hips melt down as your heart lifts up. If cat grabs its tail is in your practice and that's somewhere you'd like to go, feel free. So you can take a couple different variations or you can stay in one the whole time. Just make sure your breath is right there with you. Keep your right knee either on top of or behind your ankle. So if you need to, you can walk your front foot a little further forward or your back foot a little further back. We'll be here for about 3 to 5 more rounds. Side out your mouth anytime. All right. Next inhale, fill up as big as you can. Take that extra sip, send it down into your hips. Open your mouth, let it out. Come back up to your hands if you're not there. Lift your back knee up. Listen here, we're going into Malasana. So your right foot is pretty much already there. Your left foot steps up to the outer left edge of your mat. You're in a low yogi squat. Heels in, toes out. Or if you can keep your feet parallel, awesome. Elbows to your inner knees or inner thighs. And try your best to keep your heels down. Notice if your weight is rolling onto the inner edges of your feet. Try to press into the outer edges of your feet as well. And maybe even try to lift your toes and spread them apart. Take big, huge breaths all the way down into your belly, all the way down into your hips and your groin. Soften around it. So some people, this pose, you could hold it all day long. Others, if you're like me, I can hold it for like 3 seconds and it's really uncomfortable. Be with that discomfort. Know that it's only temporary. Soften. Each exhale, last couple of breaths. Nice work, my friends. Bottom of your next exhale, you can bring your fingertips to the ground, lift your hips to the sky. Heel toe your feet in however you prefer them. Big toes touch or hips width distance. Take an inhale to lengthen and realign your spine. Exhale, bow and fold. Take it all the way up. Rise. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, we are going to now balance on left foot. So imagine all your weight coming into left leg, right knee lifts, hands to hips. Feel your hips nice and level, and then start to open and close your right leg. So as you open and close, you don't want to feel a lot of movement in your hips. You want to feel nice and stable. And feel your outer right glute, that medial glute. It's on the outside of your right butt cheek. You want to feel it squeeze as you open your right knee out to the right. Yes, good. Awesome awareness, you guys. Let's say next time your knee opens, move into your tree pose. You can use your hand to help your foot up to your inner thigh or take whatever variation works for you on this side. Yes, zip that invisible zipper up through your midline so everything hugs in and lifts higher. You can bring your arms to reach up. You can play around with a little bit of movement. You can play around with your gaze. So if you fall out, be compassionate, be playful. We're not here to perform. We're not here to be perfect. We're here just to meet ourselves right where we're at and be in our bodies. Explore our bodies with our breath, with our awareness. Last round or two in your tree. Good job. See if you can possibly stay balanced on your left foot. Come back to a standing staff. So release your foot from your leg and bring your right knee to midline. If you want to, you can extend your right leg forward. Try not to lean back. One more inhale. Like you're moving in slow motion, low lunge. See if you can tap your fingers and your toes down at the exact same time. Yes. Back knee comes down gently. Three-legged tabletop. Unthread your left leg. Three-legged tabletop. And then this time, we're moving into our modified side plank. So pivot on your left knee. Bring your left foot out to the side of your mat. Yes, good. Right arm reaches up. Or excuse me, left arm reaches up. Press your hips forward. So that muscle on the outside of your right glute, squeeze it. Press your hips forward. Maybe reach your left arm towards the front wall. Nice, Emma. Maybe even bind your pose. Bend your left knee. Reach back, grab your foot. Once you've got it, gentle leverage. Try not to kick your foot up, even though I know it's easier. Kick your foot back. Squeeze your outer right glute. Press your hips forward. Let your heart look up. Nice, Kim. Take one last huge round. Amazing, friends. Release. Tabletop, hands and knees. From hands and knees, one more dolphin pose. Set yourself up. Come down to your forearms. Make that number 11 on the ground. Press especially into thumbs and index. And you can just go straight into it this time. You don't have to hover your knees. You can if you like that. Just come into your dolphin pose and you've got 5 breaths. So try as best you can not to let your elbows or your upper arms drift apart. Use your strong core to lift you up. Keep pressing your heart towards the back of the room. Keep breathing. Yes. You can absolutely stay right where you are at or left leg to the sky. Strong and active through your left leg. strong and active through your left foot. If you want to take a couple little hops, go for it. Right leg is your springboard. Your left leg stays strong and stable as you float up. Maybe just playing. You never have to arrive. Good job. And one last big inhale. Exhale. Good job. Bring your left foot down and let it all go. Take a moment. Child, embryo, puppies. Just give yourself a moment to feel, to reconnect. In your next couple breaths, find your way back to your downward facing dog. You guys are doing so good. All right, from your down dog, inhale left leg to the sky. Open your left hip, so bend your knee, feel your left outer glute, fire up that medial glute. And only if you want to, only if it will serve you, flip your dog. Left foot comes down behind. Yes. Nice, Jody. Lift your heart, lift your hips, and breathe all the way down your front body. Beautiful, friends. Awesome, Chris. One more big, huge breath in your back bend. Nice, Talia. Come back, three-legged down dog. Square off your hips, left leg high. So if you need to, you can set it down and then re-extend. One more in breath. Exhale, left foot to the top of your space, low lunge. Bring your hands to the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out to the width of your mat. You might even bring it onto the hardwood floor, nice and wide. Your left toes can pivot a little bit out to the left if that feels better. Same options. You guys look like you know where you're going, so I love that. You can stay up on or keep your back knee lifted, your hips lifted. Lower down, melt your heart down. You could also bring your back knee down, melt your hips down as you lift your heart. Or cat grabs its tail. If you are lowering your heart towards the ground, I know it's really easy to want to bring all of your weight to the right. You're just kind of collapsing the pose if you're leaning to the right. So try to encourage the weight to your left, towards your left leg, towards your hips. Don't take weight out with your hands. Yes, good job. Take about 3 more breaths wherever you are at. Even if you're so uncomfortable, just be with it, soften around it. It's only temporary. Soften your jaw, your forehead. Nice, Annie. One last breath. And from wherever you are, bring your hands to the ground. Lift your back knee up. Your left foot is pretty much where it ought to be. Coming one more time into that low squat at the top of your mat, Malasana. So if possible, heels stay down, maybe even pick up your toes and spread them. And if you want to, see if you can, this will be a little more challenging. See if you can press your palms together, interlace your fingers, steeple index, and then reach your arms up as high as you can. So rather than pointing forward, you're trying to point your index finger straight up at the sky. Press your arms towards the back wall as you press your heart towards the front wall. Stay in your heels and keep breathing. Last couple big, deep breaths. Amazing work. Last round. Bottom of your exhale, fingertips to the earth, hips to the sky. Heel toe your feet in however you like them. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Let's rise one last time, all the way up. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, hands to your heart. Flow with breath just for a moment. Inhale, high mountain. Side body stretch of your choice over to your right. Exhale. Through center, inhale. Exhale, other side, up and then over. You can make it your own. Back to center, breathe in. Exhale, this little baby back bend. Make it come from mid and upper back. Low back is supported by your core. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Now dive down nice and easy into your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Move through your vinyasa one last time. Take it back to either down dog or child's pose. Just feel whatever there is to feel. Notice whatever there is to notice. Good job, friends. From wherever you have ended up, start to make a transition into a seated position. All right, so we're going to take a seated hip opener today. If you'd rather take it on your back, please feel free. So if you want to take it on your back, it's a figure 4 on your back, really simple. Otherwise, invitation to take double pigeon or cow face. So we'll go with our right shin on top first. Make sure your shins are parallel to the front edge of your mat. So a lot of times when people do this pose, they like to put their feet like so. Try to get your outer ankle, that top ankle, on the inside of your left knee. Your shins stacked right on top of the other, your feet flexed and active. So if your top knee is higher than your hip, this is your pose, this is where you stay. Try not to take your bottom foot in towards your butt. Keep your shins stacked, yeah. Feet flexed. If this is where you're staying, awesome. Otherwise, if your knee is level with your hip, you can reach your butt back, reach your heart forward, and work your fold. If you are somebody who can hang out in this all day and feel nothing, then the invitation is to stabilize. Take your palms to the soles of your feet and push your hands into your feet. Push your feet back into your hands. And keep that as you melt into the pose, melt around the pose. Big deep breaths. Try not to let that top ankle sickle or twist. Yes. Get it all the way up. That's your pose. That's where you're going to work. Good job, friends. And if halfway through you're like, I think I'd get more out of this if I just laid down on my back, please feel free. So sometimes forcing it, actually all the time, forcing it is not helpful. You're usually just compromising something else somewhere else. So get into the pose in a way that feels sustainable, that feels in alignment for your body. You're not forcing anything. You're not being aggressive. You can take big, deep breaths, even if it's a little uncomfortable. Just soften with each exhale. Our bodies are meant for slow change over time. So if you come to one yoga class and you get super deep into one pose, it's really not going to change anything in your body for the long haul. I just pull something out of place. So really, you don't want to be forceful. You want to meet yourself where you are at. Find your edge, that comfortable level of discomfort. And then settle in breath by breath. Take about 5 more. That's why it is called a practice. It's not something you do one time and it makes your life or your body perfect for the rest of time. It's something you continue to show up for again and again, just over and over. Meeting yourself right here, right now. Just holding whatever's there with your loving awareness. Last 2 or 3 rounds. Just drop max. If you are in a version where you're folded forward, either start to roll up or unhinge at your hips, and like a reverse swan dive, you can rise up. Once you are sitting, go ahead and take your legs out in front of you, maybe give them a little shake out. And then just for fun, in between sides, just a little playful thing if you want it. It's like a happy baby balancing on your sit bone. So elbows inside your knees, reach down, grab your big toes with your peace fingers or hands to the outer edges of your feet. And then see if you can balance on your sit bones, come into a happy baby. So you're pressing your heart forward as you pull back with your arms. And if you can get half happy baby, maybe you try extending one leg like you're pulling a bow and arrow. Woo! And then the other leg, just playful, maybe even both at the same time. It's so hard for me. Nice job. Wherever you're working, press through your heels. One last breath. Let it go. And then left on top now. So left shin on top of right. And again, try not to put your foot inside your calf. I know it's easier, but you're doing a completely different pose. It's working something completely different. Try to get your outer ankle. I know it's hard. Some people, it's like, I got to force it up, but that's your pose. Sit with it. Sit up tall. If your knee is level with or lower than your hip, then you can work your forward fold. And if you're sitting up tall and you're like, oh, this is really uncomfortable, just take it on your back. It's not less than. You're just meeting yourself, your body, where you're at today. Let go of your ego. Good job, Rach. And then use your breath, not to force anything, just to gently soften. Remember, if you're somebody who could be here all day long, feel nothing, and your practice is more one of stabilization, press your palms into your feet, press your feet back into your palms. Breathe. That flexion through your left toes. Keep your ankles strong so it's not twisted or sickling. Nice job, Daryl. Good work. Be here for about 5 more. So if you're here and you're just anticipating, when can I get out of this pose? Is it almost over? It's going to seem like it's lasting a lot longer. So see if you can just be with it breath by breath. Allowing yourself to be a little uncomfortable for a moment. Know that you can hold that discomfort. You have the capacity. Give it your breath. Give it your attention. Last couple rounds. Thanks, Christina. All right, if you are in a variation where you're folded forward, if you feel like you were here longer on the other side, you're welcome to stay longer, but eventually to start to find your way back up. And uncross your legs one more time, give them a little shake out. And if you're on your back and you feel good, you just want to wait for us there, that's fine. Otherwise, one more pose before we all move down onto our backs. So invitation to take either reverse tabletop or reverse plank. So hands are behind you, fingers traditionally face towards your hips. If it feels like too much on your wrist, you can turn your fingers out towards the sides of your mat. Roll your shoulders back and down. So what you don't want to happen when you lift your hips, you don't want your shoulders to roll forward. You want to keep them back and down. Puff up your heart. So your legs can be extended, zip together, or your feet can be on the ground with knees bent, hips width distance apart. Next time you inhale, push into your fingertips and lift your hips. Lift, lift, lift. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. I know they want to. Keep rolling them back and down. Keep lifting your hips. Use your core. Lift, lift, lift. Use your back muscles. Lift, lift, lift. One more inhale. Puff up your heart. Exhale, let it go. Take it all the way down onto your back, nice and easy. Once you're there, just draw your knees gently towards your belly and rock side to side for a moment. Take a supine spinal twist of your choice with your knees falling over to the right. So you could either take windshield wipers, feet nice and wide, your knees fall right. Maybe you want to cross your legs or extend one leg. So any variation that feels right and good in your body, feels beneficial in your body, and just big, deep breath. So the ground now, let it hold you. Give your weight to it. Shoulders, collarbones nice and broad, heart open towards the sky. Just breath by breath, softening. In your next couple of rounds, just slowly find your way to the other side. You can take a moment as you come through center, so don't just plop your knees over to the other side. Take a moment to neutralize. So you might give yourself a little squeeze or a little rock. And then legs over to the left. And breath by breath, just settling. Ah. I will leave it up to you. So take as much time as you want on this side. And you feel pretty much even on both sides. Come back to center. Find any inversion that you would like to take for about 5 to 10 breaths. So anything that puts your hips and or your legs higher than your heart. It could be something more restorative, more gentle. It could be something more challenging. It could be a couple different inversions. And if an inversion is not what sounds right to you, you can choose something else. Good job, friends. Take your time. Eventually, just ease your way out of your inversion and give yourself any finishing poses, any counter stretches, anything that will complete your practice for you. Go there. If you're ready for your Shavasana, that's fine too. You can just settle in. So as you all slowly begin your transition into your final relaxation, I will share a little reading with you. This is by Lexi Florentina. In English, we say, I'm healing. But in poetry, we say, I'm learning to exhale. I'm learning it's safe to breathe when all I've known is how to hold my breath. I'm learning it's safe to notice my surroundings without an eagle's eye to scan. I'm learning that I have a voice and it's okay to use it even when no one listens. I'm learning to lean into the angst, the anger, and grief and allow myself to be held in it. I'm learning to create a home within myself that I can safely rest in. I'm learning what it feels like to be satiated by connection rather than following the hunger of breadcrumbs. I'm learning to feel the softness of my body and fall in love with the way my legs move me up the mountain. I am learning that sunshine on my skin feels good for a reason, and laughter is the greatest way to feel alive. I am learning to take one step at a time. I'm learning that my feelings are not too much, and that what I feel makes sense, that I make sense. These last few moments, friends, just be in your body. Let your breath become completely effortless. Let your autonomic nervous system take over again and just let your body breathe you. Give yourself these last few moments to just feel everything there is to feel, your own inner space, all that energy inside of you. And feel and know and trust that it makes sense, that you make sense. Whatever you're feeling is welcome. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Just start to slowly come back into your physical body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Maybe even give yourself a big good morning stretch, full body stretch. Sometimes I also like to rub my hands together really fast, build some heat, and then place my palms over my eyelids. Be in the dark for just one last moment. So take your time, but eventually end up on either side, fetal position. And as you rest on your side in this nurturing way, use your imagination and visualize in some way, shape, or form that makes sense to you in your imagination Just visualize all the energy, all the effort of your practice this morning, integrating into your being, soaking in, seeping in. I like to imagine little pieces of stardust just twinkling around, trickling around, and then eventually absorbing into me, becoming part of me. Use the strength in your arms to slowly guide yourself up into seated meditation. So right back where we began about 90 minutes ago, notice this time as you come into your seat, does anything feel just a little bit different? Has anything shifted, even the slightest? No judgment, just curiosity. And an invitation to bring your hands to your heart, either prayer hands or one palm stacked on top of the other. And we'll close our practice together with one great big group Om. So Om is technically 3 sounds. It's Ah, O, and M. And it is symbolic of the vibration of the universe, the sound from which all of us, every living thing, came from, and the sound to which we will all one day return to. So just let your own voice move through you as your expression, not for judgment, but just to feel it. So start by exhaling, emptying out, clear your throat if you need, and breathe in your voice, fill up with it. Open your mouth big and wide. Thank you, everybody, for being here, for sharing your energy, for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, friends. Thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Mhm. Okay, now I'm going to show you. So when you come down, instead of doing this, see how my shoulders are rolling forward? Maybe I should show this to everyone. So we don't want that. That's bone on bone. And if you keep doing that, you're going to get bone spurs in your shoulders. So you want your shoulders to always stay plugged in like that. Don't squeeze your elbows in. That cue, I know a lot of other teachers say it. I never say it because that doesn't matter. That's like from traditional Ashtanga and it's just like an old fashioned. So when you're coming down rather than like this, think of shoulders plugged in, elbows out here, and just one strong straight line. Does that make sense? So rather than like this, because that's just a lot of pressure there. But it's not just you. Just because you've come for so long, I'm like, I'm gonna try to. Yeah, and just like it won't probably fix like right like in a yeah, it's awareness. But now you have it, so just like start feeling the difference in time. Look your pants, Jamie. Really?